Allie B. Just dropped the phone. Hello, we're a few minutes late due to some fantastic login difficulties, but we actually decided to do the live from our friend's booth, David Turner from Turner Process Solutions. Our booth is fun, but we wanted to come see some stuff. The show floor here isn't huge, but we've been pretty busy, so we haven't been able to see everything. Yeah, so this is day 2. It's about 30 minutes before closing on day 2.
Yes.
Thankfully, a little slow right now, so hopefully we don't have way too much background noise. Because again, yeah, we've been pretty busy today, and I didn't mess with the whole lots of mics and cameras and lights and so on. So hopefully, if you guys are watching, you'll be able to hear us okay. So speak up. David, you want to say hi?
Hi, guys. It's been a great show here at Assembly Show South. Nice regional show. It's year 2,
Yeah.
and this is our first year having a booth ever in any trade show. So pretty excited there, and I think we've got some great opportunities. And glad to have Automation Ladies come by and visit. It's interesting. We've got lots of hats missing now because somebody really likes them.
Swag here.
Yeah, he's got some great swag. You got great stickers. This one in particular actually made it onto my laptop.
Everyone loves this.
Yes. So find David Turner on LinkedIn, Turner Process Solutions, if you want some really cool Automate or Die swag.
We will be at Automate next week, walking the show, so I'll have the rest of those in my pocket.
All right.
Keep
So
it
yeah,
warm.
you'll be able to find him next week, and we'll probably have some of those pink hats on as well. So we've been, yeah, I think I mentioned the sparkly boots yesterday. I wore them out in Nashville yesterday. I think they might make a debut at Automate.
Are they getting broken in?
They're getting broken in just fine. Yeah.
Good.
So you want to point the camera over here? We got some other friends that we've been hanging out with.
Oh, hey, friends.
And Wyatt.
Speak up. Speak up.
Hey y'all, I'm Wyatt, and Wyatt Recruiting and Workforce 4.0, just hanging out with my friends here before our Automate trip next week. It's been a lot of fun at the Assembly Show South. There's a lot to see here. Caught up with some of our other friends from How to Robot, and of course David. I think Brian Ball is here. We had a nice chat earlier, and our friends at Light Guide as well have been here. And it's just been a lot of fun networking, talking to everybody, kind of getting into that swing before next week and Automate with all of the madness and the craziness. So it's been a lot of fun.
That'd be crazy.
Yes.
What about you, Courtney?
I don't know. I've heard more than one person almost say Automate and during this conversation. I was like, I'm the same way right now. I'm like, Assembly Show, because I'm flying straight from here to Automate. And I don't know where I am anymore. Not in Chicago yet. Tennessee is amazing. I love this state. If I ever move out of California, it's probably going to be to here. And
Better move up fast.
So we're all moving to Nashville then.
Well, you know what's funny is like the entire state of Tennessee all just went, no.
Please don't. Yeah.
Please don't bring
On behalf of
California.
Tennessee, please don't all move
I
here.
am a gun owning California. I'm built a little bit different. But in all sincerity, Ann took us out actually last night, like just to be on Broadway Street, and it was an amazing experience. So like I've just been, aside from the show itself being cool, and she covered pretty much everybody we've been talking to, but like the after show has been the best so far, like that I've had this year. It's just going out to Tennessee. So
What was
looking
your-
forward to Automate too.
What was your favorite thing about Broadway last night?
What Allie pointed out actually was like the adjacency of the bars to each other with very loud music. But if you took 5 steps, you were fully immersed in a whole new song and potentially a whole new genre. So it was like, it was a little bit isolated,
Unbelievable.
but yeah, it was just unbelievable because every single 10 feet was its own party. It was great.
And it was a Wednesday night.
And it was a Wednesday night.
Yes.
And it was like
Yep.
fully
The
hopping on a
voices.
Wednesday. So sometimes we go to shows and we're like, oh, we got to find a place to dance because your girls are getting together. But there's no dancing on like a Tuesday wherever we're at.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it seems like this is the kind of place. I don't know about dancing. There were some people, I
Well, there
think,
was-
places with dancing. If they're hopping on a Wednesday night, I'm sure they're doing it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Who knows, right?
Live music, every restaurant, every
Yeah.
night.
Every night, right?
Yep. That's fantastic.
Courtney, you also saw some robot end effector stuff and like dispensing heads and things
Yes.
that we didn't necessarily expect to find here.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I don't have the literature with me, so I don't remember the name, and now I feel bad about that. But there's 2 booths adjacent to each other that have different dispensing technologies. And I just know from what I've experienced in like robotic dispensing, there's a lot of stuff to consider because if you want to dispense a certain amount in a certain shape, you got to be moving at specific speeds and not accelerating and decelerating. And tools are all kind of very finely tuned to dispense very small amounts of things. And I was, genuinely actually surprised at like the sample videos they were showing, like how small a dot they could make dispensing liquid, and they were shooting them across the plate like. So it was it was a very impressive technology over there. I just can't remember their name.
We'll put that in the show notes when we figure that out.
We'll put it in the comments later after we look it up. We got the business cards; they're just not near me.
Well, because you took a little road trip
Exactly.
to Turner Process Solutions. I
Exactly.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So what's this robot going on behind you?
This is actually the switch weld. So it's more or less a plug and play. You can basically put a dot and teach it to go wherever you want, and then it does an arc and a line pre-programmed. So just one button, and it'll run an arc around, and then it'll run a loop around, a line around as well. And the system itself is sub $60,000. It comes with the switch weld. It does not come with the power supply, but it comes with the teach pendant, the robot, and all the programming you need.
What kind of robot is that?
It's OBO, AUBO, Robotics
Okay.
USA. So it was,
An orange one.
yes, orange, UT Orange, from
Okay.
Tennessee.
Okay.
Unless you specified, I was gonna say that's not my UT orange, but it's close.
It's slightly less burnt.
So where did you say this was developed?
Developed at University of Tennessee in Cookeville.
Nice.
Yep, and then they're distributed out of Romulus, Michigan.
Okay.
And we're a distributor for Kentucky.
There you
and
go.
Houston.
And Houston, yeah.
And Houston.
And Turner Process Solutions will be coming to OT SCADACon in July,
Yay.
which
Yes.
we will be talking more about after we get through this week and next week, Automate. But yeah, you have an employee in Houston, right? So you got
Yes, I've got 3 actually.
3. Okay, wow. Well, sorry about that. That's better than I
One
thought.
is here.
We met one here today,
Yes.
so yes.
Gabe was here, helping us out in the booth. So yeah, he was here from Houston. So
Yeah.
I got 2 more engineers out in Houston doing design work for us.
Very cool. Yeah, we got a chance to walk the floor a little bit today because it was a little bit slower on the last day. There's nothing necessarily earth-shattering that I saw, but we noticed a big trend in more software systems to run. This show is focused on assembly plants, so it's not all automation. But there is, I think, proportionally more and more automation here every year. I've definitely seen more robots here this year than I saw last year. And then decided to increase in sort of productivity software, MES type software, that sort of stuff.
If you don't have a cobot in your booth,
Yeah.
are you really here? I mean,
Right? That's what we thought. We were like, wait, we better get a cobot in our booth. So they're obviously, palletizing is a very well established robotic, cobot application. I think welding we're starting to see more and more
welding's
right?
a challenge because of the nuances to welding. There's so many different weld thicknesses, weld types, that different types of materials to weld on. So there's a big challenge there, which I think the Switchweld does a really good job handling 90% of those applications. And it's more of a welder's robot or welder's cobot than a programmer's welder.
Okay.
Good way to put it.
I
Yeah.
like that.
So all in all, I think, for us, this is a great regional show. If you happen to be in this, corner of the USA and you're involved in, manufacturing, assembly, or automation, regional shows like this are great because they're a lot more digestible than the really big ones.
I think it's
Absolutely.
great.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I think it's great. We should have more regional shows.
People know each other more already, and it's kind of easier to connect.
Yeah.
It's not the 6,000 booths that Automate,
Right.
where it does take 4 days to walk. This
Yeah.
one's a nice 1-day walk. You can get everyone. You can meet everyone you need to.
So we do the big shows. We're doing Automate, we're doing IMTS, but I still have a soft spot for the small ones because you get a little bit less overwhelmed.
Yes.
Get a chance to maybe talk to new people that you don't know without just feeling like you're in a sea of overload. So for us, of course, when we go to shows, it's a lot about relationships. We don't necessarily go look at all the demos anymore because we meet so many people that we want to talk to, work with, and learn from, and that sort of thing. So I guess, in terms of our content, you probably already know this, but we're not going to be the ones showing you all the cool application demos from every trade show. But really, I think we excel at making connections with people and
I like
helping
people.
make connections
We
with
like
other people. Yeah, we're people. We're the people engineers.
Leaders. And then, yeah, and it is cool to see how the technology is taking forward.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a real thing.
But ultimately, if the technology isn't implemented well by people and it isn't understood well by people, it's not going to help.
Right.
We were just talking to somebody earlier about a company that, they had they should have 120 robots in their facility, and they were actually out in the barn because nobody wanted to use them.
Yeah, they put baby in the corner.
Yeah.
Every time a robot wasn't working, they didn't know how to service the robot. They didn't feel, not necessarily not supported by the OEM, but they didn't know what to do. So their solution was to take it back out and put it.
Ouch.
And that's like not.
Money.
It's like a half-hearted adoption of automation. Like I kind of wanted to do it, but I don't really want to own.
Should just burn $100 bills.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to own the full solution.
Right. We want to buy the cool solution. We want it to work, but we don't want to train our people. And that's not the way.
Exactly.
That's not the way to.
We don't want to invest in our workforce.
Yeah,
Right.
investing in your workforce, exactly. So partners like Turner Process Solutions, they will not just sell you the solution, but they'll make sure that it'll work for you,
Support you.
support you, and yeah. So for us, the tech is cool, and we'll show you. We want to show you all the tech. Well, we met some people here that want to do demos on the show, so hopefully we'll have more robot technology demos, hardware stuff coming up later this year from people that we met here. And yeah, that's about all I have to say about today.
And then you'll start selling them on Quotebeam.
Yeah, we will be selling more actually of these standard systems on Quotebeam because ultimately you want to be able to find them in different places. If you can't make it to the show, you should be able to Google it and look for something and not just find something from, a sketchy website or somebody that you can't talk to, but companies, that actually will support it, right? So through channels where we know that there are quality people behind the tech, there's quality people behind the website, real people that you can talk to and call if nobody answers you on the website. Cough, my recent experience with Eventbrite, for instance, completely hammers home the fact that somebody may have the coolest technology platform ever, but if they won't take your call when something goes wrong, then you really are choosing the wrong partner.
Yeah. Sure.
And coming from the side of running a technology platform, and our website may seem like we want to, have everything happen kind of on there. It's really being built to let real people make those connections and just try to not waste their time with repeating information that should be readily available, and things like that. And I think, how do we get all this great information from all of these trade shows out to people that are not here? Maybe we can do a better job in the future to tie more information to our streams rather than just saying, hey, we saw a thing and then we think we don't exactly remember what it was. But we're working on that. There's a lot of things to be done. So any final words from any of you guys, or Allie, you want to?
Yeah, I want to say sorry for dropping the phone.
We have a guest there behind you. You want to turn it? You want to say hi?
Hi.
Waterman?
Yeah. Thanks, Ricky. Thanks, Alicia. Thanks, Automation Lady.
From Albo.
Yeah, from Albo Robotics USA, and thanks for Davey, because Davey being a fantastic.
Thank you,
partner
David.
for us. And I think this assembly show is great for us to present this switch world and also palletizer solution too. And actually, David, you can tell. So we bring a whole stack of our brochure here, and there are people taking it.
Yeah.
There was more of these taken than there were of our automated dice.
Yay.
It's not
It was a good show.
and these are really popular.
Yeah, and I really like what Nikki just
Assembly
mentioned.
Show
There's
South.
quality people behind this website and to really do the support.
Yeah.
Tanner with over 25 years of experience within the automation world, and he will be the guy to support it. And so that is the actual user needed. And the second thing is for our solution and for switch world and palletizer. So David can teach any operator without any automation background. Do it 5 minutes.
No automation background needed.
Yeah.
David Turner's got it.
Challenge accepted.
Yes. My 12-year-old was running the switch.
Ooh. Okay, 12-year-old approved.
And Abo Robotics is a member as well of AHTD, which Ali and I were just at their spring meeting a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
It's a great community of manufacturers and high-tech distributors that are, kind of want to support the customer in this way, make sure that they have quality products and a good distribution model. And we're going to be seeing each other again there's a fall meeting happening in Bellevue, so we'll be visiting Ali. But I found that, there's these kind of communities of people. There's the official associations, and then you make some friends in all these different associations, like A3, of course, is huge. We'll see next week. But it really helps to have a group of people that you might be able to know and find at these shows instead of just showing up,
And like being lost.
just like being lost in the giant hall with people that you don't know.
Yep.
It's definitely changed the trade show experience for me to be able to, find somebody that I know. A couple of years ago, it was Ali and it was Ann and the rest of the Industry 4.0 Club that I was like, hey, I can find somebody that I know. Shout out to Ryan Treese at Tell It. I'll be stopping by their booth at Automate as well. But yeah, I just encourage you, if you come to any of these shows, and whether we have a booth or not, you'll be able to find one of us or one of our friends. So if you come and you don't have a contact, just reach out to any one of us on LinkedIn. You'll find one of us either on the floor or with our own booth. Like as we did this, you saw our booth yesterday, but we experimented with having an Automation Ladies booth. And the main thing is we wanted it to be comfortable for people to come. If they wanted to come hang out, meet some people, so we put a bunch of chairs and a robot that we're not really demonstrating anything specific other than just, hey, it's accessible. If you want to come play with it, hang out, let's talk about robots.
Everyone
There's
should
something
jog
there
a
for us to
robot.
do. Yeah, everyone should jog a robot, whether you will ever have to for your job or not.
Yep.
And yeah, that's kind of our thing. So we're really hoping that, more and more shows allow us or somebody else to come and have our little sub communities here, so that we also get, more reasons to meet up regionally throughout the year, as we do a lot of our business online with each other. These in-person events really help bring things together.
Agreed.
So with that, if you joined us, you're part of that community. Thank you. If you're seeing this later, hopefully, you thought it was a little cool. You might check out the Assembly Show South next year.
Yep.
It's supposed to be bigger.
I've
So-
already got my booth registered.
Okay.
So 11:57, so I'm going to get closer to the middle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Still near the loading dock because I'm doing it all myself.
Hero.
And I think our friend Tracy Williams, who was here earlier from Trace Automation, might be getting a booth as well, because this is right in his backyard. And I think, we won't say no to another opportunity to come to Nashville. So hope to see you in Nashville.
Yeah, see you next year.
Here this year.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.